Hello people, and welcome to my new series. This time it's going to be Europa Universalis IV, one of the game's most recent strategy games on the market, and it's one that consumed my time and my mind for the last few months, and I finally feel that I'm ready to make videos about it. So I'm just going to lower the music a bit. It's a really great game, and I want to share with you my, well, all the information, all the tiny bits and pieces of strategies that I've managed to pick up in the last few months. I'm not sure if the first game is one that I'm actually going to finish, but since it's going to be more of a tutorial, but we'll see. In any case, let me show you what I had in mind. This is my Ottomans game that I started. Well, it's not. It's almost finished now. This is a huge empire. There we go. So this is my empire. And this can be much larger, in my opinion, especially once the patch 1.4 gets out, which reduces aggressive expansion penalties for large empires. This can be like double in size, I hope. In any case, I want to start a new game as the Ottomans, in the traditional 1444 start, because I feel that the Ottomans are probably the best nation to learn all the mechanics, really, because it consists of land combat, naval combat, some exploration, and some colonies and so on. But it also involves a lot of diplomacy, and it doesn't touch really to the new world, which will change with the new DLC or expansion even. The new world will change, so I feel for the first game I think the Ottomans are going to be great to show you how to conquer quickly and painlessly, well, most of the time painlessly. So yeah, I'm just going to hop into the game. I'm going to turn off Iron Man, and I'm going to leave the difficulty of the AI at normal, because for some reason I cannot deselect these. That's strange. Let me check. Hard, yeah. Okay. That's really strange. Anyway, I would put it on hard, but I think that... let me turn the music almost completely off, because it's too loud for me. There we go. I cannot hear myself almost. I find it hard AI difficulty is actually easier, because it makes the AI more aggressive, which is, if you're playing an aggressive expanding empire, what happens is that your allies, even if you have them, are reluctant to join you in aggressive wars, but they will automatically join you in defensive wars. So, and since allies get so reduced aggressive expansion penalties, it really doesn't matter towards them. So if you're an aggressive expander, they don't care. But they do care about your empire size. So if you're being constantly attacked and you use that war to gain more land and prestige and whatever, your allies are much more likely to join. So I'm going to leave that at normal, and I'm going to turn off Iron Man game, because, well, I have all the achievements I want, so it saves less often, which is, I guess, a good thing. So yeah, let's go into the game. we go. Just let me check the stream if it actually works. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So bear with me for the first 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to check the situation around me. And this is something you should do in every game you start, regardless of if it's a big successful country or a small one. In this case, I guess the Ottomans count as a big and successful country, at least until the 1700s. So even so, I have some powerful future enemies around me, like for example Austria and Lithuania, Poland, Lithuania, or one of the two, or the union between them, and then the Muscovy up there, which I still cannot see. Spain possibly later in the game if it really inherits Naples. So I have to be careful with my aggressive expansion right from the start. And for those who don't know, aggressive expansion is a relations penalty, which accumulates if you conquer lands, and well, if you do anything really that is offensive to your surroundings, to your surrounding countries, and even some countries that are very far away. And this aggressive expansion can really damage your relations with neutral countries, and especially with your enemies. And it's based on, except on the factor of land grab, it's also based on the continent you're on. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a region map mode, which will unfortunately will not color the continents for you. But Europe is basically all this, and it also includes the Ottoman lands. It's also Europe. So let me show you. It will tell you if you mouse over. It will tell you at the bottom of this tooltip. It will tell you which continent the province belongs to. So as you can see, this is Europe, but this is already Asia. And if you go down here, this is Africa. So it's very important when you're playing as the Ottomans or any other country that borders at least two continents. It's a very good. It's a good thing to spread your wars in a fashion that you conquer on one continent and then switch to the other until that continent cools off in its aggressive expansion, because the aggressive expansion is more likely to aggravate countries on that continent. And to determine whether a nation is whether a nation will be really hating you for some actions you do, you need to check where the capital is. So, for example, the Mamluks, their capital is in Africa. So even if you conquer in Asia or Europe, they won't care so much. Well, except if they have bordering provinces. But for example, Tripoli won't care one bit if I conquer, I don't know, Georgia. Or even Hungary. So, yeah. So let me start. We start with a war against Albania. That's automatic. And Albania's independence is, well, doomed. They have very few troops. And, yeah. And it's also considered your core. But also the Venice and Byzantium consider Albania their core too. So they're going to be very, well, they're going to be aggravated about you taking that province, even if it counts as your province too, but they'll hate you for it. So yeah, you have to start that war. I mean, finish it immediately, like just siege down Albania and get done with it. And then we have a truce here with Serbia, Bosnia, Wallachia, Hungary, I think, yep. Austria, no. Poland, yep. Moldavia, which is a vassal of Poland. And yeah, so basically with Europe and also the Byzantium. Or no? No. We don't have a truce with Byzantium. Okay. Anyway, so with the Southeastern Europe countries. We have a truce which will last for 5 more years, and then we will see what we can grab up here. And what's also true is that the Ottomans have some more cores around here. So these stripes, these green stripes, represent your cores that you need to get back. So Kandar, Karaman, Adana, and Dulkader have some of your cores. And it's also true for, I don't know how to pronounce this really, AQ Kyunlu. I'm really good with some other languages and names, but I don't know. So yeah, those are going to be the other conquests I'm going to start immediately after Albania, since these are my cores and I want them, and I won't be paying any admin points for them. And there's also Byzantium, which I need to conquer, because that's one of the first things that the Ottomans do anyway, to conquer Constantinople. As for allies, I'm going to hold back for now, although historically the Ottomans were, well, Crimea was basically a vassal of the Ottomans, not an ally, but in this game you're supposed to, like, ally with Crimea right at once. But I'm not going to do that for several reasons. First, I will need the diplomatic relations for my new vassals in Europe, and also because Crimea is too big to vassalize, and that's what I want to do eventually. So they are too big for me, and they're going to be, if they stay this big, they are going to, or even bigger, they are going to be extremely hard to vassalize. So what I want to see happen is that either Lithuania or Poland or both grab some land from Crimea to bring them down in size enough so that I can vassalize them peacefully, diplomatically. That's the idea. So yeah, no alliances for me for right now. Let me just also reduce the effects volume a bit. And let me see here. I have 26,000 troops. I don't need that much. I'm going to split them in half first. Assign a leader, which is where? Oh, I don't have it. Here. Let me see. I will going to make my ruler. There we go. Mehmed II is going to lead my armies. And I'm just going to do it like this, because, well, this unit, Albanian units, will probably move to Monastir to attack, because they know they cannot hold Albania. So, and I'm going to move some of my ships to blockade. There we go. Having a naval blockade increases your sieging, well, reduces sieging time, let's call it like that. And I'm going to use my trade ships to patrol Constantinople for now. This unit can sit right where it is. So my capital now is Edirne, and I'm going to move it to Constantinople as soon as possible. I mean, that's going to be my second war. No conversions for now. Let me see, advisors, no advisors for now, I think. Yeah, we're earning 3 gold, but that's going to go down once I... Well, perhaps I could afford someone. Let me see. Land force limits. National risk revolt, that's nice. And diplomatic reputation +5. I'll wait for a bit and then see what I'm going to take. Probably the military and administrative guy is going to be my choice. So let me see here. Form alliance with Kandar will give me 25 diplomatic power, but I really don't want that. I want to conquer them, because they have my cores, and if I vassalize them, which I can peacefully, it's going to take one of my diplo slots forever. I mean, at least like 15 years, which is too long a time. I'll rather just conquer them and be done with it. So instead I'm going to pick City of the World's Desire. I'm going to pick that one, and that will automatically give me a claim on Constantinople. And there we go. And now I have a mission task to... I have a claim now on Constantinople. So yeah, let's continue with the war. Bring the speed up. Oh yeah, I can build some ships, so I'm going to build 2 more galleys. There we go. And I can pick a free military leader, but I think I will rather keep the points and level up my military tech as soon as possible. Since the Ottomans get a 25% penalty on researching tech, I think that's a good decision for now. So let me see. Yeah, let's just start it. There we go, now it cannot move, as I'm moving both my units to intercept him. And now I'm going to cancel an offer from Crimea. Okay, I probably could have just... Okay, there we go. No, he doesn't have any siege bonus. Okay, so let me just... One of the neat tricks you can do, since sieging is based on the fort level, which is in this case 2. Once you start sieging, you can simply remove all your extra troops out of the way, so they don't get attrition, which is great. And now we can just move these units right up there. There we go. All guys do it, didn't they? Yep. Which means I can probably immediately declare on Byzantium, which is probably a good idea since it's going to get some allies soon. So yeah. Let's take Constantinople right now. And now this is one of the strategies that people suggest, is that you can take Constantinople and take the Byzantium as a vassal. And the logic behind that is that they have cores all over the place. So they have Crete core, Rhodes, Cyprus, and also Corfu, which is currently, if I'm not mistaken, a vassal of Venice. Yeah. So what you can do is you can keep Byzantium alive and then declare wars on Venice and the Mamluks and the Knights, probably, or possibly Crete will revolt to, and it will possibly revolt. The Orthodox guys will revolt and flip to Byzantium and so on. So, and also Naxos possibly, because it's currently, I don't know what its current religion is, Catholic, yeah, and it's also Orthodox. So it's possible to keep Byzantium alive. So it's really up to you. You can do it both ways. I mean, it's really no big trouble to get all these provinces anyway. So I'll see. Maybe that's a good idea since well, yeah. Another thing, we have currently a -82 relations, and it's going to get worse once we conquer Constantinople. So for peaceful annexation of a vassal, you need to have 190 points. Positive 190 points, and with these huge penalties, normally it would be impossible to ever integrate this kind of a vassal, because the maximum you can get is, I think, since we cannot marry them, it's 200 and maybe 25. 225 is the maximum, so it's impossible. But what you get is a bonus if you liberate a province for Byzantium. You will get plus, I think, plus 60 per province or I don't know, we'll see how much it is, but I think it's either plus 40 or plus 60. So if I can liberate provinces for them, this is also vassal of Venice. So I can get 2 provinces from Venice eventually when Venice integrates these 2 provinces. I can force Venice to release these 2 provinces to my new vassal Byzantium, and that will bring up the relations by 120, which is quite enough to vassalize them. So I don't know. I'll see. I'll first siege down Constantinople, and then we can decide what to do. So the only thing I need to take care about right now is that they have some ships right there. So I'm going to take all these back and leave just 1 galley here, or maybe 2 galleys. Yeah, and bring these ships back. Oh, this is just 1 transport. Okay, then I'll just leave. There we go. I'll take my remaining ships and park them here in Constantinople to blockade their ships. And declare immediately on Byzantium. There we go. Before they can ally with anyone, because if they ally with people like, I don't know, Austria or Hungary, or I don't know who is going to be on their side, maybe Poland, it's going to be much more difficult to do this. But there we go. I'm just going to siege down, which is the D letter on the keyboard, by the way. Detach siege, D for detach siege. And we squished that army, great. Now let's move down to kill off the Athenian army. And there we go. My ships are blockading Constantinople. And I'm going to get 2 more galleys as well. So I think now it's time. Let me see how the reinforcements are doing. Yeah, so as you can see, when you're warring, your money goes down, except if you raise war taxes, which is a superb button. You can actually earn cash with this one if you have a large enough armies. So for a large empire, this button here, raise war taxes, which reduces your maintenance and by 20%, it's great. It costs 50 military power, but if you're ahead in tech and you don't have any ideas to spend points on, it's very, very valuable. So as I can see, he raised some mercenaries. That's fine. I don't care. I'm going to get a military guy. There we go. And he's squished. So I'm going to just detach some sieges now. And these are going to go slower because I don't have any ships right now. And I'm going to just pull out my general out of the attrition that you suffer when you siege, and just bring him back to. I guess I can keep Macedonia. So once we siege down Constantinople, these ships will be forced out, and I'll just destroy them with my navy. I'm really looking forward to get Albania soonish. So let me see, what's the diplomatic situation here? No allies yet, which is great. So I'll probably declare next on Kandar. Since I have cores, I get a special casus belli, which is a reason for war. I have a reconquest one, which means I can. It states that I'm getting these provinces back, and as you can see, you get only 25% of the usual aggressive expansion, which is great. So the regular one, the one you usually do, is 75%, because it presumes you have a core on the provinces you're going to get. The standard aggressive expansion penalty is 15. It's 11.5 if you have a claim. And it's obviously very trivial if you have a core. There we go. I can speed up to 4. Now, if I'm going to take, Byzantium as my vassal, it basically forces me to go to war with Venice. Well, which I will probably do anyway at some point, so no issues there. Let me check here. Maybe I can get another. Yep. National revolt risk, always good. Oh, I could probably start improving relations with some of these guys, or maybe even fabricate a claim on Serbia. Yep, that's a good idea. Let me put Serbia there as an enemy. And also Wallachia, I guess. Wallachia, and start fabricating claims on these guys. First on Serbia. It doesn't really matter, the one that gives you the lowest possibility of getting discovered. So yeah, let's take Raska. There we go. Okay, so the Ottomans. I'm going to wait to finish this naval combat because it will give me some naval tradition. Well, not much, but at least something, and some prestige. There we go. Albania. No aggressive expansion. If I take full annexation, as you can see, 3.7 is the aggressive expansion penalty for getting it. So trivial. Just because I have a core there. So yeah, countries that have a core there will hate me more, like Byzantium and so on, but the others that don't care so much. There we go. Full annexation demanded. And we were discovered in Serbia, which is unfortunate because now we have an aggressive expansion penalty of -21. And also with Bosnia and also with Wallachia. So yeah, it happens. And it's unfortunate because now, well, if I take Serbia as a vassal, it's going to aggravate some people. But the important stuff is that Austria and Hungary, well, the aggressive expansion with these guys is going to go away rather quickly, within 5 years in any case. So now I'm going to move my galley down there to help switch sieges here in the south. See, Venice entered a coalition against us because it was their core. So yeah, alliance. I mean, not alliance, but coalition. Anyway. What? Nobles demand increased pensions. Well, my tax rate is very low right now, but this is for 20 years. So I think I'm going to... Oh geez, this is very expensive. I'm going to accept those demands, unfortunately, because... There we go, we won the siege of Constantinople. What? Wait, what? Oh no, there we go. They were parked for some reason. As my religious unity is crap, until I get the first Ottoman idea, the tolerance, it's going to be very expensive to raise my stability. There we go. One siege done. 2 more sieges to go. Oh, 1 more siege to go. Oh, great. There we go. And before I mess mess it up, I think I'm going to declare on Kendar immediately, as they are not allied with anyone. See, Karaman is already allied with Dokudurk, so I'm going to attack Kendar immediately. That might bring some more people into the coalition against me, but I don't mind, as I don't mind yet, because I'm not going to expand much more in, well, in Europe that much. So let me check something here. Either way, I'm going to vassalize them. So if I decide not to take them, there we go. Moria is done. Let me fight this naval fight again. There we go. And this episode is done. I'll be back in 5 minutes.